All right. Rolling.
Rolling.
We are on and rolling it.
On and rolling.
What
So
you
I
got
came
there?
across this beer that I tried when I toured the Yingling factory this past weekend.
Flight.
Pretty fucking good, to be honest.
Nice, nice.
Pretty fucking good. I'm gonna let you have one. And I
you.
got these fancy freaking cups, man.
That's awesome. Break out the
The fine china, I guess. I don't know. But it fits a 12-ounce beer perfectly.
Hell yeah.
Look at that. The thing I like about it most is it has like this like rolled in edge. So you can't like, you know what I mean? So, yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's like slosh proof.
Nice.
But yeah, I like
get
it.
sloshed.
Yeah.
Slosh proof for them sloshers.
But yeah. So yeah, I figure I'd pick up a 6-pack of these things and here we go.
Well, we're coming at you on the 5th.
5th of May.
So may the 5th be with you and with everyone.
Yes.
We got Yoda up there
Passed out drunk.
passed out with his sombrero on. So
Yeah.
to our Spanish viewers, happy Cinco de Mayo.
See, I tried to find Corona or Modelo. They were sold out, so.
This looks Corona-ish.
Yeah,
It's
kind of.
stuff, yeah.
Oh, I like it. I think it's pretty good.
It was good.
And it's actually good for you, too. It doesn't have, like, any of that shit.
Oh, really?
Good
That's
shit,
what's
yeah.
up. Oh, yeah.
Apparently it's keto-friendly. Like I give a shit.
Yeah, exactly. Like, this has no meat in it. It's
But,
vegan.
yeah, I don't know.
friendly
It
as well.
says, next generation of light beer.
Nice.
There's only 2.6 carbs, man. 95 calories.
They would be pretty fucking ballsy if they were like Yingling Flight, and then they took that that one part from that movie with Denzel Washington when he's like the plane, he like flies planes, he's drinking while he's doing that, the fucking plane.
Yingling Flight, here we go.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
It just shows him in like a in like a pilot's uniform, but it's all disheveled. He's like, this shit ruined my life. That's fucking...
Oh,
That'd be awesome.
oh man. No, dude, it was actually toward the Yingling factory. It's really fucking cool. And I forgot to mention this earlier, but she was explaining like the guys that would like fill the barrels and like stack them would be just like drenched in beer all day, like all day, every day.
Nice.
So they ended up just drinking.
Yeah,
And then apparently sometime in the 60s or 70s, OSHA shut that down.
Nice.
So their kegs are being filled by drunk people for like 100 years.
And fucking OSHA had to get involved.
Yeah, that's what she said.
You guys
she was like,
having fun?
Then OSHA had to come and shut that down, is how she said it. And I was like, oh wow. But yeah, I was like, dude, imagine that. For fucking 8 hours, you're just drinking fucking beer.
I mean, it sounds fun until you get the forklifts involved. Then
Well, back then there were no
there weren't
forklifts.
no forklifts back then.
It was literally, you know, that's it.
Picking it up.
Ramps, you'd roll it up onto the rack, and that's it, you know?
They got fucking Donkey Kong working down there.
Yeah, just hucking barrels, you know?
That'd be awesome.
It would be fucking hilarious.
Oh god.
No, it was really fucking cool, dude. It was really cool. I went up and I saw like their whole bottling thing, like the whole fucking
how that
track, how
everything
like
works,
everything just fucking moves
That is
around,
cool.
and dude, it's crazy, man. Oh,
The robotics that go into that are fucking
yeah,
awesome.
oh
It's
yeah,
like-
dude. Oh man, it was crazy. They'd all go through like X-rays and freaking.
They're like
into the,
scanning stuff at like
Yep.
1/100th of a second. And
Yeah,
everything
exactly.
else. Like,
slapping labels on bottles and sending them down the track, like.
they probably got machines that fucking load.
Oh,
the
yeah.
shit, like stack the shit, like the arm things
Yep,
and all that.
literally
That's
pick up
badass.
24 bottles at a time, put them in the box,
Hell yeah.
down the freaking conveyor it goes. Like,
You're out there with your backpack.
yeah, exactly. Pull the trash can over them.
These were defective. Don't worry, I'll take care of them.
These need to go to R&D. Richard and Dan.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Fucking the R&D department. Fucking
But that was crazy because like they'd all get like freaking like empty bottle come in, get filled, get capped, get labeled, put on through the X-ray, down, get pasteurized,
Oh yeah.
put in the cases, and then it went up a conveyor belt, and there was this like bridge that went from the bottling place to the warehouse, and
no shit.
the conveyor went all the way across that bridge, and it literally just dropped it in the warehouse for them to stack it, and that was it. So it went literally from empty bottle to in the case, sealed.
Damn.
Why the next like human touches it? You know what I mean?
I wonder how many freaking cases they ship out a day.
Oh, dude, probably so many.
Oh yeah, easily.
Oh, so many. I mean, Yingling is like one of the most famous beer. Like, it is the oldest beer in America.
Oh yeah.
You know? And oh, it was fucking crazy. And then I learned
it's older than the other fucking swill.
Yeah. I forget.
That fucking Pabst Blue shit.
Oh yeah, PBR. Ugh.
Fucking swill.
Yeah. Well, that brewery had to shut down the Prohibition, so they're not the oldest brewery. So they make bare minimum in that brewery just to say that is the oldest brewery, because something has to come out of it.
Oh, I got you.
For it to technically be the world's oldest brewery, because they have a new brewery down the street
Oh, no
from
shit.
where the original was. Yeah.
So they still keep that one alive.
So they still keep it alive a little bit.
Nice.
You know, just doing bottles.
Yeah.
And just easy.
Gotta hold that street cred.
Right,
as
exactly.
The new kids say.
Yeah, right. If they shut it down, then it wouldn't be the oldest brewery in America.
Exactly.
You know, so they have to keep it alive somehow. So even if they make, 10 cases out of there a month, it's
That's
still
something.
technically a brewery. You know what I mean? So, which is kind of cool. I never really thought about it that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just because it was a brewery, it has to stay in production for it to still be the oldest brewery in America.
That's cool.
You know, which was really, really fucking cool. But I found out that, the Mason Jar Company Ball,
Yes.
they make their fucking bottles.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
They should make more glass bottles and stuff.
They should.
Because everyone's all the microplastics, and you have a credit card in your brain or some shit like that. And I'm like,
Yeah, and then people are bitching about the aluminum, too, in the cans.
Yeah.
And it's like...
the aluminum one throws me the fuck off.
I know.
Because it's like I
what the
just
hell?
recently got a new deodorant.
Yeah.
It's the old,
and it has
the old
aluminum in it.
Spice. Well, this one doesn't.
Oh, see, a lot of
It says
deodorants
aluminum
do.
free.
Yeah. Alloy free or whatever.
Yeah, and then they're like, "Oh, it's the aluminums," and I'm like, "Yeah, but it keeps a lot of D&D functions
Right.
smelling better,
Yeah.
like and everything else." Just
Yeah, no, it really does. But that's the thing people don't think about. You know what I mean? I really do think they should bring back more bottles, but at the same time,
well, they stopped making.
I
that
feel like we'd
because-
see a lot more broken glass around, and
Yeah,
like a lot of places don't have bottles because of that reason.
yeah, they stopped
know?
them for safety mainly.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to
A
think
lot of people
kids
knocking their
and
teeth out with
everything,
them,
and, oh, yeah, that too.
That's, that's why they stopped making
ever
like
taken one of
soda
the-
bottles. out
taking
of
one of
glass.
these to the teeth by
Oh,
accident.
a couple times. Yeah,
it
you
sucks.
put it up too quick and dink. Yeah, sounds like you're cheersing yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah. God, fucking.
But yeah, that was I don't know. It's just really cool. I've never toured the Yingling factory. Always wanted to. Finally did. You know, it was
Bucket
something
list.
to do. I mean, there wasn't a whole lot to do up there. You
Yeah,
know what I mean,
that's
I'm out in the
true.
middle of freaking mountains in coal country.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But
Those
yeah.
coal towns are like
Oh yeah,
they're beautiful.
but they're
but
pretty
it's-
run down, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, there were a couple.
A lot of people on disability and everything
Yeah.
else, unfortunately.
That's
So,
because there's not a whole lot around to, you know what I mean? Literally, unless you are a coal miner or you work at the Yingling factory,
that's all you got.
there's nowhere else to work.
It's true.
Like fast food places, maybe, like the bank,
Yeah.
and like the couple other, random bars around town. But that
Hopefully, more industry comes back. in the
Oh,
next
yeah.
4 years. We'll see. Hopefully,
we'll see.
everything.
We'll see. I mean, I don't think a lot of people would want to live up there just because it's so remote.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, that would be the perfect place if you had like a office job that now, because of
You can work from home.
You can work from home and everything else, so that'd be a cool thing.
It would be. It would be. But then again, living in such a remote area too, like you lose power for like 3 days.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
It's not like it's all for an hour and comes back on.
No,
you
you're
know,
right about
it's one power line runs that whole city. You know what I mean?
I would definitely be investing in some solar panels.
Oh yeah, it's
and other
generators.
things.
Oh yeah, diesel generator for sure.
Make sure I get a place by a creek so I can put a little turbine
Water,
in there.
electric, yeah, hydroelectricity for sure.
Oh yeah, that's something Japan is like really working on because they're right by the ocean anyway.
Oh yeah,
and like
every side of
figured
them
out
is
these-
ocean. Yeah,
Yeah, turbines and stuff. They're like safe, I guess, for fish and all that.
they have a couple of like decent rivers
Oh yeah,
that run through, so like they could always do something like a dam, hydroelectricity kind of shit like that.
there is quite a few of them here in America too.
Oh, there is.
Like
There
that,
is.
which
There's
pretty
one not
cool.
far from here on Susquehanna.
That's right. Yeah.
Holtwood Dam. That's hydroelectricity. But they send that to Maryland. We don't get that power.
How do you like that?
I know.
That's dumb.
But talking about the Susquehanna, 3 Mile Island's going to be opening up here soon again.
Just to run.
Just to run Microsoft servers. That is it.
That is all.
Like, literally, that is all. And I don't know if they're, like, going to move all of their servers and all that shit to there. Because it's such, like, a remote island that, like, they could keep... I mean, it's been very secure for the past... I mean, ever since it melted down.
I think the only reason you would move it there would be if you were going to take, if you're going to use the river for cooling system as well.
Which they could.
Yeah, so there is that. Like, I know there's a lot of...
But, like, that's the thing. Like, you produce the power for it out here, and then you have to get that power to wherever the fuck Microsoft is.
I'm not sure where they're
Like,
at.
I have no idea either.
But, like...
Nor do I really care. I mean,
probably,
they're pretty much everywhere.
probably 100 miles under the earth.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
We don't even know.
There's secret underground
Yeah.
wire. But it's probably cheaper to run a wire, technically, than move buildings and all
Yeah,
that
but
stuff.
I don't know if they would have to just move buildings. Like, I'm sure they could probably just put a bunch of servers in there and then just transfer data to them. And then that's it. Like, I don't think there would have to be any kind of physical movement of things.
Well,
You know what I mean?
I mean, the servers are hardware,
Yeah.
so that would be...
Yeah, I guess you couldn't really... Yeah, I don't know. It's tough to say.
I would assume they'd run a line or something like that. But
Probably. But
it's kind of
again,
crazy.
you know, where are they at? Like, how far do they have to fucking get that energy to?
Well, I mean, think about
This is crazy.
the internet all over.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
those are lines. Those are cables
yeah.
in the ocean, on the ocean
Yeah.
floor, going all the way, which
Uh-huh.
is something that's like, when you think about that, like that's freaking
That is kind of
like
crazy.
that's one submarine and a
Yeah, but then
and
again,
a
now everything's
torpedo.
satellites.
Now it is.
Like Starlink and all that
Starlink's-
stuff, that's all satellites and...
If Frontier hadn't like finally been merged with Verizon, I would have gone with Starlink. Because Starlink's something where you can be out in the ocean fishing and stuff, and it's like
And
you're still getting
still
5G
get internet,
wireless and
yes.
everything. So
I know, I've actually been thinking about doing that, just in general, just so I could, like, pick it up and go.
oh yeah, and now
And
it's
I'll
like the
have
size of
internet
a,
no matter what.
yeah,
As
it's
long
the
as
size
I
of
have
a
power.
backpack.
That's the thing, too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, if you're going camping, like
Right.
not camping, but if you're going with a RV and stuff
Right,
like that,
yeah,
you're
that's
already gonna have some
different.
sort of
Yeah,
power.
I'd put Starlink on top of my RV for sure. Are you kidding me?
Hell yeah. Almost everyone with a expensive boat, they have Starlink.
Have Starlink
already.
too, yeah.
Like, which I mean, there's been guys that I know that do deep sea fishing and stuff, and they're like, we like it, but at the same time, it's kind of like when you're out there before, you know,
Yeah.
you weren't getting called, like you were away from your
And
like,
that's kind of the whole
bustle.
point.
Yeah.
That's kind of the whole point of, like, going fishing.
exactly that is the point.
You know,
God, I still had one up here.
that's... Yeah, I never thought about it that way. you
Yeah.
know. Same thing with people going camping. They want to go camping to get away.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. It's
Yeah,
a nice thing about
I never
like
thought about that.
cruises is another one because it's like you take a vacation
Yeah, that's...
and you don't have to worry about nothing. You're like all that stuff,
Right.
You know.
Right.
So there is something nice about that. Once this becomes big and famous, and her scraping in,
Yeah.
just fucking scraping
Skrilla.
in, scraping in money. When we're just fucking piling
Shoveling-
money,
I'm
shoveling
diving
money
in it like fucking the duck.
Yes, fucking Scrooge McDuck.
Scrooge McDuck, that's it.
We're laying out the pool full of like $100 bills and gold coins.
And goldfish.
Yeah, and goldfish. 'Cause, the only way there is up, apparently. So when we sell out completely, and we will, I will.
Yeah.
He won't, but I will.
I might.
Sell out completely. Like,
Depends.
just like, brought to you by BetterHelp.
Oh my god.
Oh my. But we'll.
But no, I'd probably buy a Carnival cruise ship and just live on it for the rest of my life and just cruise.
That's what a lot of retiree people do.
I know, but like I would literally own that entire fucking ship. Like I would rip out half that ship, put a fucking go-kart track on it, and just all kinds of shit, dude. It'd be the wildest fucking yacht you'd ever seen.
Damn, that'd be badass.
Oh, for sure.
I love the ocean, but the sea scares me.
Yeah,
I'm definitely still a land lover. Like,
I'm not a big fan of like going out on a boat, like fishing, especially where like you can't see land. I'm like, no, that's
see
where I
some
draw
of
the line.
Those tankers that are like going across the entire Atlantic and everything, and it's just 60-foot waves.
No, thank you.
And, like,
you don't see land for a month. Like, no, thank you, dude.
That's too much.
That thing goes down. No one's ever gonna find you.
No,
Never.
no. Even like people that are out in oil rigs.
Dude.
And stuff like that, like that keeps popping up from like Australia's trying to get like people oil rig workers.
Oh shit, really?
And it's like the places are nice. It's like you got your own little like 1-bedroom apartment type sort of quaint thing. You got gyms, you got all this other stuff, saunas, but like
you're out in the middle of the fucking ocean.
You're out in the middle of the ocean, and not only that, but they throw their scraps into the ocean.
Yeah.
So it's like you can't. If you fall off of that thing, you're done. You're shark bait.
Yeah.
And if you're not shark bait, depending on where you're at, like if you're in the Antarctica, then you got the leopard seals, which will kill humans.
First of all, if you're in Antarctica, I'd be more worried about hypothermia.
Yeah, well, there's that too.
You're like, fuck, dude. By the time you climb back up that fucking thing from the water, you're gonna be frozen.
Yeah, you'd be dead.
You're gonna be frozen like freaking Mr. Deed's grandpa.
Mm-hmm.
You know, at the top of Mount Everest. Like, you're gonna be, yeah, exactly.
You'll be great.
You're gonna be stuck, dude, with all the winds and no, thank you. Then that's the thing too. Like in the ocean, it's always windy. Like there's never,
barely ever is it ever.
Like
calm.
the lowest is probably like 10 miles an hour wind. And that's a nice day.
Fucking the scary thing about I had to bring up leopard seals.
For sure.
I'm not gonna bring up the fucking video, but like, it's like a caption, and it's like, "Hey, is this animal chill or nah?" Like, is the thing, and it's got the leopard seal, and it's a dude videoing, and his friends behind him like, "Bro, run!"
Oh yeah,
bro, run! And they're like on just I imagine it's a dock or something, and it's at night.
Oh, God.
And they got the light on it, and it's just like got his fucking mouth open, and it's got these teeth, and it's like whatever fucking noise it's making, like from its like thing there.
Yeah, it's trying to call all the other ones. We got dinner.
We got 2 dummies for dinner. Like,
yeah, no, that's literally what it is.
Fuck that. That shit's scary. Like,
yeah, I would never. Fuck that, dude.
No,
never.
Like, there's a rough one. We already brought up the whole like that seal grabbing that little Chinese girl and like, dragging her under, and like luckily dad jumped in and like they got her back, but
fuck dude, like God, yeah, that would be honestly, I'd rather get attacked by a shark.
Yeah.
Because at least in 2 bites you're dead. You don't have to worry. Leopard seal. I mean, shit.
Yeah.
Who knows what the fuck that thing's gonna do
For
to you
real.
before it eats you?
Seems a little bit more gruesome.
God, that'd be terrible. Just terrible. Now that I'm thinking about it, that would be absolutely horrid.
All right, here's what: leopard seal or gorilla. You're the 99th man.
I'd go gorilla probably.
Yeah.
Looks like I could throw a banana at him.
Well, you would think the gorilla would maybe just like one swipe knock you out, like
Right,
KO you.
No, a leopard seal, that thing's gonna take a chunk out of you, buddy.
Yeah, a couple chunks.
No, that's
too much.
And that's gonna suck you under the water and drown you.
Yeah, that's
I
rough.
don't think a gorilla's gonna be able to do that.
Well, I had to bring that up with the whole.
Can gorillas swim?
That's a good fucking question.
I
mean, when you think about fucking. Fuck you if this is a joke.
No, I know this is a legit. I know where we're going down the road here.
Bitch.
I know what road we're going down, but
So-
I genuinely want to know.
Well, Hollywood would say no because of
Planet of the Apes.
Planet of the Apes, and they're not gorillas, but they're like
Yeah.
freaking out about the water.
Right.
So I don't know. They're so heavy, and then they're furry.
Yeah,
So you think they'd sink?
And they don't technically really have they have 4 hands.
Yeah.
At least our feet are a little different.
Like I imagine they
I
get
don't
into
know.
the water, like the edge of whatever, but I don't think they.
I don't
think they
know.
can swim.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a good one.
I-
We don't have Jamie to pull that up. You have to pull it
Yeah,
up yourselves.
I'm not sure
Like,
who but no, that is actually a general good question, and I wasn't trying to go anywhere with it either, Richard.
I only brought it up for the 100 men versus a gorilla.
Yeah, well, yeah,
No, there ain't no way. I don't think 100 men could take your regular chimpanzee.
Oh, now see,
If
let's
that
see,
thing's checked the fuck
chimpanzees, they're crazy.
Yeah,
Like,
I would rather
would
get
rather-
killed by the gorilla.
I would rather have to fight a gorilla than a chimpanzee. I know either one, I'm gonna die, but
You might have some dignity with
the chimpanzee, it's gonna rip your scalp off,
Yeah.
throw poo in your face, jump around and act, might wear your scalp
Yeah,
for a little
pretty
bit, trying as a trophy, while you're just bleeding out, dying. At least the gorilla would hit you a couple times, you'd probably be dead.
It'd be like
The chimpanzee would literally torture you.
the gorilla would be kind of like a Hulk thing where it just grab you by the legs and just thump, thump,
Or it
thump.
might just hold you like you're its fucking baby. I don't know. Like Harambe.
This is true. How far we have fallen.
Yeah, poor Harambe, man.
It's a rough one. Well, happy Cinco de Mayo. Here's
Yep.
Harambe. Oh my.
It's to you, buddy. Hope you're living up there.
Right. In the great green beyond.
Yeah, that would be. I wonder. I don't think gorillas would like heaven. There's not a whole lot of trees and stuff, right? I don't know.
I don't know. It's described.
Nobody knows.
It's described in dimensions in the book. With
Dimensions?
gates. Like it has dimensions to how big big the place is.
Yeah.
And gates.
Yeah, but
And I'm like, why do you need?
Can you fit?
How many people can you fit in a place that apparently got dimensions and there's gates? Why do you need gates? What's out there? And the walls and everything else, which is kind of like
All right.
that's
now
weird. Like that's kind of a weird.
Yeah. Why would they do that? Usually you would
Yeah.
think it would be an open door policy,
Yeah.
right?
Well, not only that, but if it's a dimension thing, and there's only so much room or something,
And heaven's been a thing forever.
you won't want to really tell many people.
I mean, is it a fire
gonna get in?
hazard for having too many people up there? Yeah.
It depends on how close hell is, I guess. I don't know.
Ah.
I'm not sure about that one.
I don't know. Hell can't be too far.
True. Who knows?
Feels like we're living in it, to be honest.
This is true.
Maybe heaven keeps getting higher, and so does hell. And now hell's just at fucking ground level at this point.
Possibly. Well, that's like the conspiracy theorist things of like hell's underneath
Jesus.
Earth or whatever type sort of
Conspiracy
thing.
theories.
It's kind of like I forget who I was talking to you about this today, where it's like everyone is so concerned about like nuclear war and fucking we gotta prep and like all this other stuff, and I'm like, you do realize if like just half of the world was like, how about we be concerned about making a better world
instead of
like,
being afraid from what it's going to turn into?
Yeah, it's like have some hope, where it's like
pretty much.
Like I love watching. There will be like AI videos and stuff now that pop up where it's like, you know, like humans and the robotics stuff like working in unison with one another.
Yes.
Where it becomes to a point where it's like, because we have more information and tech now, we're able to expand out into the moon, into Mars, able to go onto the asteroid belt and farm the asteroid belts, and like literally build like the ring, like build worlds out of like metal. That's just like, you know, this is like 5,000 acres of a planet,
right?
But it's just metal encapsulated. And then
they could just add on later if they really wanted to. Like,
and then you just start going out farther.
It'd be like Futurama.
It would be, but it's kind of crazy that more people aren't like that.
No, they're worried about what these people that are trying to do that are doing.
Yeah, it's crazy. It boggles my
mind.
Like
instead of like, oh yeah, Elon Musk is doing all this stuff to help, this and that. No, they're hating on him and destroying his fucking cars.
Which is crazy. It's crazy.
Which is crazy because 4 years ago, those were the fucking people buying his cars.
Exactly.
Like, total freaking turnaround there. What happened? You know what I mean? Whose fucking pussy got hurt that now the people have to fucking do this?
Katy Perry. That's why she was like, I demand you put me in space. I want to be an astronaut.
Oh my god,
astronaut.
Dude. And I shared that fucking meme on Facebook the other day. It said nobody, and then it said Katy Perry, and it was a picture of Ralph from The Simpsons that said, I'm a Star Wars.
Yes. Yes. So
but that's literally, like, that's it. Like, that's literally it. Like, I watched a rocket launch once. Am I a fucking astronaut now?
Pretty much.
Like, am I a fucking rocket scientist because I got to watch a fucking rocket take off?
I mean, come on, Ricky. It's not rocket appliances,
Yeah, fucking Juniper.
Go flying in Juniper and stuff.
Yep, the aliens fucked over the carbonator on engine 4. Gotta go refucculate it.
Oh, my. No.
Oh, that's a great episode, too, where they played space.
Yeah.
That is great.
It was funny to see where it's like Elon goes and is like, yes, we're gonna put together a rocket. We're gonna go rescue these people that I could have rescued back when the Democrats were running things, but they wouldn't let me. He goes and does that, and they're like, what a piece of crap.
Literally.
And then the other billionaire dude builds one shaped of and puts these women up in there. And everyone's like, yes, slay queen. Like,
even though literally it was a SpaceX rocket.
Yeah. Like
there was no difference. It literally came from Elon, but a bunch of people that hated him climbed into the fucking thing willingly.
Yeah.
And got shot into orbit for 15 fucking minutes.
Yeah.
Didn't even land on a planet. Didn't land on the moon. Nothing. They probably saw a couple asteroids and came right back down.
Yeah.
I just don't get it, dude. I don't get it.
I don't get that more people aren't like, yeah, let's get off of this. By any means necessary, we should be cleaning this planet up and getting off of this planet.
Yeah.
And getting into other places.
Yes. Growing our territory is what we should be doing.
Exactly.
But no one on Earth can work together to do that shit.
Yeah.
That's the problem. If all the countries just came together and just actually fucking stopped bombing each other and stopped fucking killing people and doing this and that, we could all put our heads together and figure some shit out. But that'll never happen.
I think that's my biggest quiff with almost all religion is the factor of it being someday my best friend, my imaginary best friend, is going to come back and take care of all of this. And I don't have to do anything besides be a good person.
It's been 2025 years, buddy.
Well, that's what a lot of religions say. Like,
Yeah,
that's their
that's
premise.
almost every religion. There's somebody up above.
And they're going to come back and save us.
Exactly.
And it's like, well, if there was ever a time, or we already ran this into the ground, but if there was ever a time, it's like probably 1940 something, when the original chosen of the favoritist to favorite person would have been like, they're doing what? With showers, and they would have, you would have. I would have assumed then there would have been archangels, just
something. Yes, something would have.
But it wasn't that. It was humans being like, "Hey, this is really wrong and evil. Let's stop this." So it's like, granted, even, I could, even if there is things, and everything else, it's like, wouldn't you want to go out of our Earth's atmosphere and go into these other planets just for the simple thing of, I'm going to put it into the Christian perspective of the stars and the planets are God's handiwork. So it's like, would you not want to go out into the rest of your God's handiwork
and see what the hell he did?
See what he's done with everything? Like, would that not be like the coolest thing you could do before you die? Would be to go out and see all these other star systems and everything else. I mean, for fuck's sake, we're in a Milky Way galaxy. Yeah. Where we're not even in the center of this fucking galaxy. We're on an arm, on a blip. Like, you would think you'd be like, let's fucking explore, God's world or God's universe or
God's
Muhammad's
creation.
universe or whatever creation, whatever you believe in. People watching,
but no, that's exactly right. And I don't get it. I don't get why we can't just all come together and do that.
I think that's why people are so miserable, because there's no exploration is basically dead.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, once
capitalism doesn't really help, because it's like fucking once you hit 18, 21, it's like fucking get a job and a house and
pretty much
car payments and everything else.
A couple slaves and
you're
good.
Stuck, Jack. Yeah,
but
you become the slave technically, ish. To the system,
it depends what color you're
slave to the system.
At the time.
Fuck you, man.
In the 1820s, this is
all right. Well, now everyone's slaves.
It depends on what side of the Mason-Dixon you're on.
All right. In the words of Doug Stanhope, at least black people knew when they were slaves.
Oh, yes.
You people with your credit cards,
you don't,
and overpriced houses remain clueless.
100%.
So, there's that. Yeah.
Yep. So. Someone might not physically own you, but they're controlling what you do.
Yes.
That is called slavery.
Yes.
Okay. Welcome to 2025, people. Open your fucking eyes.
Exactly.
You're out here getting jabbed and shit by fucking things you don't even know works. And I don't get it, dude. I still see people driving around by themselves with fucking masks on.
That's crazy.
And I just want to fucking ram their fucking cars, dude. Take their fucking Subaru out.
All slaves to the system and the money, and it's crazy. And this podcast is brought to you by Capital One. What's in your wallet?
I actually have Capital One in my wallet. I do.
We're all a bunch of slaves. Brought to you by Capital One.
I do have a Saver card in my wallet. 3% cash back, unlimited, man. Can't beat it.
Oh my!
Pay it off every month. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To me, it's just an emergency thing. Mm-hmm. Or, oh shit, I don't have that much cash in my wallet. Here. And then I pay it off. Like, it's not a big, Ain't
no big thing.
I did it just to build my credit, really. But that's pretty much it.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
No, not at all.
Good times.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, dude. So what did you get into this weekend?
Oh. So, this podcast will never be brought to you by Bush Apple. This stuff sucks. It's Satan's jizz in a fucking can. Carbonated Satan's jizz in a can. This is the apple that Eve fucking ate. And
the forbidden fruit.
All up.
It's the fucking forbidden fruit.
Forbidden fruit. I think that's what it was. Because I had a couple of those sugary fucking things.
Oh, dude.
And this.
I can't.
In a bad mood, went to the bar, and fucking, I turned into Aaron the plumber and crashed out.
Oh,
Like,
no.
Yeah. Instigated things. Like, my fault. Like, 100% I'm the asshole in the situation.
Brought to you by Bush Apple.
Brought to you by Bush Apple. And I'm like, yeah, no. So,
Yeah, no,
always
I
follow
can't.
your gut. And when you're like, I'm not in a good mood, I shouldn't be out, don't go out.
Yep.
Learn from my fucking experiences.
People won't, though. They won't.
No, but
They'll live and they'll learn.
it's true.
Or not.
Live and learn.
That's the thing, too. Like, I see a lot of people, like, repeating the same shit over and over. And it's like, dude, when are you going to fucking learn that, like, that doesn't work?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Should
Like,
sometimes you gotta get off of that horse completely. That
Exactly.
keeps bucking you. Like,
exactly. No,
it's time to go back to the stable and pull out another
Maybe,
one.
go back to the fucking drawing board if you have one.
Mm.
Yeah, that's the thing, too. A lot of people don't give a fuck. They just follow other people. And then
true.
that, it fucking leads you down a bad road,
Yeah. 100% true.
That's life. You just gotta figure it out on your own. That's just the way it is.
Yeah. Gotta listen to your gut.
Oh yeah, 100%. I've always listened to my gut, dude. And don't get me wrong, it's fucked me over a couple times. But, whatever. You live and you learn.
I've always listened to my gut. Then cut to a Taco Bell commercial. You're there. This is brought to you by Taco Bell. Oh my god, fuck.
Baja Blast.
Listen to it. Oh. About to have Baja Blast. God damn it, Bobby.
God, dude.
About to Baja Blast.
But
But Dad.
they're coming back out with that, right? It's like Bobby is like older.
No
And,
shit.
Yeah.
That's
like,
gonna be fun.
Hank and all them are older, and Bill's in a wheelchair. And somebody was showing me that. I was like, oh hell yeah! But I don't know when it comes out yet.
Mm,
But I guess it'll be on Hulu because that's what King of the Hill's on.
that'd be cool. Be a fun.
I think it
show.
would be, dude. It'd be nostalgic.
Yeah.
Like I tried watching that '90s show they came out with.
Oh, like that 70s.
Yeah, but it was Donna and Eric's kid.
It was
It was okay.
okay. The older cast
I
kind
didn't
of saved that show.
It did.
But
Red and Kitty, 100%.
Oh yeah.
Saved that show.
I can't
Because
believe
Red
it's still
did
alive.
not change whatsoever.
Exactly.
And that is
Keeps
just
the same.
great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, dude, like I tried watching, I just couldn't. Like I got maybe an episode or two in, and it was just too woke.
Yeah.
Like I
that
just
was the
couldn't, dude.
problem.
And it's like people weren't fucking woke in the '90s.
No.
So like, why? You know what I mean? I don't know. I just don't. I get it. It's the times. You know what I mean? They weren't trying to offend anybody by this TV show, but it's not the '90s.
It wasn't
like,
the 90s. I think
No, it didn't feel like the '90s at all.
The funniest woke thing I saw in was not real because it's the internet, but internet real time was I saw a post that it says you can't be punk rock if you're homophobic, racist, and like all this transphobic, all this other stuff. And I commented on it. I'm like, oh, you must have never met any punks from the 90s. And like, or the 80s or whatever. Is it 80s, 90s?
Literally.
And like, dude, so many people like, because they knew, it's like, like,
it was the fucking '80s and '90s.
yeah, and
That's just what people did back then. Like,
and that punk stuff came from England.
yeah,
And
they're pretty racist over there
English
too.
people have a certain knacker about them.
Oh,
you don't
yes.
speak our language? All right, we'll take you over and have your spices now. Like,
Literally, no,
like, it's funny, but
it's fucking true though. It's fucking true.
like in real time.
Like if you think we've gotten bad in the 200 and some years we've been here,
Yeah,
think about England that's been there for forever.
exactly.
You know what I mean?
And,
like,
and now England's basically a communist country. Like, you can't drive 20 miles over the speed limit.
when you have a king and a queen, it's kind of.
kind of.
I get it. You know what I mean? Dictatorship, kind of.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hey, man, that was the road they chose to take. So
Everyone's getting tricked because of the environment. to save the planet and the environmental
Global
thing.
warming.
Yes, they're all getting
Climate change,
yes,
sorry.
they're all getting tricked by the climate change thing, which is, and I've said it time and time before. I'm like, if you want to know where all your your mile long trash in the ocean came from, it's this little place I like to call second world countries like India.
Yeah.
And like the bad parts of Africa,
Nigeria,
yeah,
and
fucking
Egypt, and
Middle East, like some of South America too. It's like it's those countries that are underdeveloped and poor as fuck, and it's like the reason they're not recycling is because they're trying to fucking find their next meal. It's like maybe
they could give a fuck about the Dasani bottle
exactly,
laying there.
Exactly.
They if anything, they're using that Dasani bottle to trap the fucking scorpion they're going to eat that night.
Exactly.
Like,
exactly. And it's like it's not even looking down on them for the fact that it's like it's just
how it is over there.
That's how it is, but nobody cares because we're all comfortable, and someone's got to make an iPhone. Someone's got to mine Cobalt.
Thank you. Someone's got to scroll TikTok all night.
Exactly. Like someone's got to answer those calls at call center things, and it's not.
Oh God, like, dude.
Yeah.
Don't even fucking get me started on that.
So, that's why.
Oh yeah, no, and that's exactly how it is. It's exactly how it is. But yeah, they're we don't give a fuck about that.
Yeah,
but goddamn TikTok gets banned.
Yeah,
everyone freaks the fuck out.
What will I do? I'll have to watch Facebook Reels or YouTube Reels like a peasant.
Yep. Like, meanwhile, fucking Escobar Lop's over there picking meat off a fish that's 2 days old just to survive.
Yeah, like.
And like, don't get me wrong. Like, what the fuck am I going to do about it?
Yeah,
like, there's nothing I can do about it.
What are we gonna do? Yeah.
But at the same time, like, maybe people should be worried about shit like that before worried about fucking getting their new Mercedes. Like,
for real. I think the easiest thing, another Doug Stanhope thing we're going to throw in there is we focus on the most important down to the least. And like the most important easy one would be how to get food to everyone.
Yes.
Where it's like in a world that's full of food.
Literally.
Yeah. It's just a transport problem,
Yeah, somebody doesn't want to drive.
As Sam Kensington would say, it's like, oh, fucking, you live in a desert. Like, just nothing will grow here.
Yeah.
Type sort of thing.
Maybe it's time to relocate.
Yes, send them U-Hauls, send them luggage. Bring them over.
And that's the thing, too, now. Like, 100 years ago, they could have. No problem.
Yeah.
Now they have to go through fucking customs and get citizenship in different fucking countries, and
or
they just make it so much harder.
Or just band together with your current outreach of whatnot and build irrigation systems and everything.
Get some fucking topsoil from somewhere that's not sand.
Here's an amazing
some nutrients in the fucking soil.
Yes, and here's an amazing point. Most of these deserts have had like 10 to 15% increase in vegetation.
Really?
So this whole global warming where they're like, oh, that's bad. I'm like, we live in a greenhouse called Earth with an atmosphere. You want it to be hotter.
Yeah.
The hotter it is, the more of this is going to grow. And that I know that big scary diesel truck that's blowing out black fumes. You know what eats those black fumes? Plants. Plants, motherfucker.
Trees, plants.
Exactly.
Grass, whatever. You name it.
So the whole, we have to watch our carbon emission. It's like, yeah, but we kind of already have a great thing that already turns that carbon back into oxygen.
And that's the thing, too. Like, if we did stop making so much pollution, would that shit survive? Exactly. Like, do plants need that shit?
Yes.
To survive? Exactly.
And the funniest thing is, they're trying to come up with all these other, like, bio things.
Yeah.
That'll do the same thing as plants do. Which is ass backwards to me.
But plants are already fucking here.
Well, you know that big, beautiful pond with the grass? We got to destroy that so we can put a new, beautiful pond there.
Literally, yeah. We got to
out of fake grass.
Destroy the ecosystem that is in that pond and that has been in that pond for 200 years.
So
and we have to there. Yeah, literally.
So one of my favorite sayings from Buck. No, was it Buck Hunter
Okay.
or Deer Hunter? What was that fucking
Cabela's
game?
Buck Hunter.
No, it wasn't Buck Hunter. It was like
Duck Hunter, the arcade game you're talking about.
No, it was like a rated R game. It was called like you were a buck. You're an actual deer, and you hunt people.
Oh,
like you're hunting hunters, and like
okay.
We can put a beautiful pond where this beautiful pond is like a real estate lady.
Yeah,
and you like you go around and you bait them. You bait them with like string cheese out of the can and 6-packs of beers and Camel's skull.
They'd have me.
Yeah, and then you get human calls where you're like a brand new truck with the keys in it, or like
oh my god.
Like an Oak Ridge Boys reunion right out here in the woods, and then you go and you'd shoot the hunters and stuff.
Oh my god!
Deer Avenger, that's what it was called.
Oh, okay.
But it was like Hunter's Bad Fur Day. It was like one of them dirty like N64 type of games, man. Shit. It was fun. It was a fun time.
That sounds like a good game. I'm gonna have to look that up.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna have to fucking look that up.
It's a fun one.
Yeah. No, that's fucking hilarious. That is fucking hilarious.
It'd be cool if they remade that one. It'd be a fun one.
Yeah, right? Remastered it or something. I hope they remaster a lot of like older games, dude. There's a lot of older games I would love to play again that like you just can't find anymore.
True.
You know? But I don't know, they just keep coming out with new ones that are fucking pointless.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much.
I don't have anything that I'm like stoked
other than like GTA 6.
Yeah, but
that's like the only one I really am looking forward to.
I think we've all waited so long for it
that
and
now
it's so
we're
hyped
just like,
for it, where it's like we're gonna get it.
I'll get it when it goes on sale.
And we're gonna be like, fuck it. Well, it doesn't matter because in the first 48 hours of that game, you're gonna see all of that game.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Because every streamer is gonna stream every part of it.
Yep, I'm just
and
gonna
ruin
have to
it.
turn my phone off for fucking.
Just
no, you're not wrong.
That's why I'm trying to get in the movie.
Red Dead was the same shit.
Yeah, Red Dead was still good though.
Yeah, but Red Dead also came out before TikTok.
Yeah, so
and before like Facebook Reels and Instagram Reels and
that one.
I get it. You know,
like I'm trying to get to the movie theater next weekend.
Yeah,
because I want to see this Marvel fucking
Forget what if you don't go that weekend, it's gonna be ruined.
Exactly, like it's already out this weekend, and I haven't seen anything yet. But
I hope you don't.
I
hope you don't. Dude.
And then any other movie that does come out, the commercial is like 5 minutes long and shows the
half the
entire fucking movie. Yeah, just like I don't give a shit anymore.
Right.
Like, it's hard to give a fuck about it.
Dude, I couldn't even tell you the last time I went to the movie theater. To be honest, I
don't know.
Yeah, I really don't remember, dude. Like and that's the thing too. Like, when was the last time a good movie came out?
Yeah, like
it's been a long time.
It has been a long time. I mean, besides like
something actually worth
Marvels or something, but even that's like.
But something worth actually going to the theaters for has not came out in a long time, dude.
Yeah. Well, they redid that Star Wars.
Yeah, you were talking about that.
I'm like, I kind of want to go see that, but yeah, I don't know. The only thing I'm really stoked about when it comes out is another season of The Mandalorian.
Okay.
And
so I'm stoked about Tires.
That too. Tires of The Mandalorian. 5th. Oh, sweet. Yeah, it's going to be soon.
So that'll be really good. And then the next movie that I'm really psyched about is probably just Happy Gilmore 2.
True.
Just because that was like a childhood movie for me. You know what I mean?
Good. Yeah, I think that one would be good. Naked Gun I'm kind of interested in.
Okay, you told me about that.
Name? Yeah. So that'll be an interesting one.
It will be.
And they didn't show too much. They showed like a bank heist type sort of, and it turned silly. And you're like, oh, okay, that's cool. And if they just keep it like that.
Yeah, exactly. They don't. That's the thing, too. Like, a lot of people Well, like a lot of companies are like spoiling their whole movies with the trailers, and it's like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? If your movie's not good enough to where you can put little bits of it in a trailer and it actually suck people in,
Exactly.
then maybe it's not a good movie.
Well, I mean, there's only a few good people that are even like Quentin Tarantino.
Great fucking
If he
director.
says, "Hey, I'm putting out a movie,"
I'm gonna.
he just has to say the name of it, and he's gonna be like, "So and so's in it."
Fuck, he doesn't even need to put out fucking trailers or anything, dude.
Pretty
Like
much.
Quentin Tarantino is such a well-known fucking director
Yeah.
that, yeah, I would go see it for sure.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he's done what, 9 movies now? I think.
Believe so. Believe he's done 9.
Yeah, because I think Hollywood was the last one, right?
Yeah.
Once upon a time in Hollywood, that was his last, and that was the 9th.
Which
Because The Hateful Eight was his 8th movie,
Oh yeah, true. Well, that was
and that was right before Hollywood. Yeah, that was
super.
one
good.
of my favorite of his movies. My favorite Quentin Tarantino movie, though, Django.
Oh, of course.
100%
Hell yeah.
dude.
That was a
100%.
good one.
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp
And
Fiction
then
was great.
Jackie Brown was actually pretty good. I don't know if you've ever seen
So
that.
that's one I.
That's pretty
haven't seen.
decent.
Haven't seen
Decent.
that
I mean, it's definitely 90s for sure.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know?
I like that Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. He was like,
That
"Fuck
was
you,
pretty
I'm
good.
making the movie just like I would make the movie."
Yeah.
And it's long.
Yeah.
Like it's long enough to any freaking brain rot
That it's
kid that's
a
out there
movie,
is like,
not-
"I'm not watching this," and he's
Right.
like, "Good for you, get the fuck out."
Right.
Yeah.
But when they make, the movie like an hour and a half, but like TV shows now have hour-long episodes, it almost feels like a fucking episode of a TV show.
Pretty much.
It's like, I think a movie should be at least 2 hours long.
Yeah,
At least.
that's
You
not
know?
bad.
Other than that, it's not a movie. You know what I mean?
I get it.
I don't know. That's just me. That's
I wish I remembered. Like there were a few movies, but I just can't think of them now. Where it was so fast paced, driven, that it seemed like it was a half hour
yeah.
of a movie, but it was like an hour. And a
I
half.
feel that way when I watch Fear and Loathing.
Yeah.
I feel like that movie goes by so quick, but it's actually a pretty long movie. But it's because so much shit is happening
Oh yeah.
that you are just so focused, and then it just ends, and you're just like, "What?
What the
You
fuck?
know?"
Yeah.
It's like, "Oh shit, it's been 2 hours, but it feels like 45 minutes." You know what I mean? That's one of them movies for sure.
What I said with the Mandalorian. I don't know if you saw the 2 things I posted this morning.
I did not.
So the Border Patrol is probably my favorite my favorite Facebook group.
Okay.
Because they did a whole bunch of like the 4th Star Wars stuff.
Oh shit. Okay.
And it's like the first one I seen, and it was wild because I'm like, these guys are their development team, whoever's behind it, are wild. Because this
Yeah.
guy drives up on a 4-wheeler, and he's got like, the Border Patrol stuff on, and he pulls this thing out of like his harness, and it emotes to like what clearly looks like a Spanish chap,
Oh, of course.
and he's just like bounty acquired. And something like that, he drives off, and then the Mandalorian, the fucking whistle thing, the doo-doo-doo
Yep.
thing starts. It's like, may the 4th be with you. Go to whatever U.S. Border Patrol to sign up to become. I'm like,
That's
dude, you
fucking
guys
funny.
are fucking wild. like
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
they doubled down because people fucking lost their shit when the
Oh,
Border
yeah.
Patrol came out. They're closing time. One last call for alcohol. It's like, oh my god.
Oh god.
And then they did it again, and I'm like, I'm a little iffy on the police, but I'm like, that department, I'm like,
Yeah.
you guys are fucked up in the great way.
Yeah.
Like, just
No, that's awesome.
do not give a fuck.
I mean, dude, you gotta think, like, Border Patrol probably is one of the fucking most boring fucking jobs until it's not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
and-
There's no in between, I
Well,
feel like.
dude, the second one I saw, it was like they were doing the dun 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 dun, dun like music
Yeah.
type sort of thing, and it was just them freaking like, because you got to think they're on boats
Oh yeah,
and stuff. They're like
all kinds of
storming
shit.
houses. They're running around these tanks and shit.
4-wheelers and fucking all
Yeah,
kinds
and
of
I'm
shit.
like, this
yeah.
actually kind of looks like good fun here. Like,
Yeah, dude. That would be one hell of a fucking job, I feel like.
hell yeah. Like,
Oh, dude, you stick me on a 4-wheeler out there and the fuck... Oh, God.
hell yeah.
Not going to catch a fucking single illegal person, but I'm going to have a damn good time for 8 hours, I can tell you that. Be running the fucking Baja 1000, like...
It'll be fun times.
Oh, God. I'd get fired so quick.
Yeah.
So fucking quick,
fast.
dude. Oh, I took the 4-wheeler off this big old fucking jump and rolled her, and now I'm just stuck out here in the... I don't know, there's like 2 cactuses, and I see a rock.
Yeah.
Can you guys come find me?
It's all fuckulated.
Yeah, exactly.
You bring the Black Hawk? Like, get me out of here. Like,
Fuck.
I see coyotes in the distance.
Hold on, there's a pack of Mexicans. I think they'll lead me to the border. You know, like... Yeah.
Fucking do not engage, for fuck's sake. Like,
Well, that's the thing, too, dude. Like, they could send people down there to blend in with them and come back with them so they know where the fuck they're sneaking through.
I bet you they do that.
Probably.
Guaranteed they do that stuff, too.
Probably, dude. But that would be fucking hilarious. Or you're the one leading the pack,
Yeah.
and you just lead them all right into the back of an ice wagon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, get in this truck. Oh, yeah. And then they all get in the fucking truck, and the next thing you know, they're at the fucking immigration office getting fucking sent right back.
That's not even the scariest part. Like, the scariest part is, like, the busloads of Chinese men
Oh,
at military fighting age that have been brought into the country. And you're like,
Something's not right about this.
yeah. And then they're all coming into Canada, too. And it's like,
Well, in
this
Canada,
seems
apparently, like...
Oh, they're fucked.
Yeah.
And they just got a new president.
That's what I heard.
And he was like, any car that's 2,000 or below has to be gotten rid of, or you'll get fined, and all of that. And I'm like, how are the Canadian people not marching in the street?
They will be.
Like,
I'm serious.
he
They
should
will be.
like. I can't believe there hasn't been like a news press release that he's been dragged out of his house. Like,
But then again, do you think we would see that?
no, but like,
Right.
you would think that people, if you did that in America right now, like, let's say things got fucked and Trump didn't get in, and they got that fucking psycho bitch in,
Yep.
and she did that.
Oh, dude.
Dude, it would be like, fuck, lock and load, boys. We're done.
It'd be
We're
1775
done.
all over again.
Exactly. Like,
God.
say it happened. Gas, fill up the
Tea
square
would be
body.
getting thrown into the fucking harbor. You know, except
Oh, yeah.
it wouldn't be tea, it'd be White Claws.
Yeah, White Claws.
You know, like...
Oh, my God.
I mean,
It's crazy.
it's gonna happen eventually. It's gonna happen.
Or it's not. Or it's not, and things are going to get better.
I don't know, man.
I think
We'll
things are
see.
going to get better.
I really hope if
we're all
this,
going to do better.
if
We're all,
you know, if Trump can get another fucking term,
yeah, it's not just about Trump. It's about us
just in general.
in general, just trying to
Oh yeah,
be
mean, there's
better
literally-
and nicer to people. And this is coming from a guy who just like crashed the fuck out last weekend. But fucking, we could just, you know,
Hey.
be a little nicer and kinder. And I don't know.
Yeah, but see,
This
that's
is coming
the thing,
from a
though.
total hypocrite.
That's the thing, though. I think nicer and kinder is what got us into this mess.
Well, not nice, kind. Like,
Kind,
you should
I can
always
see
be
it, but like,
you should never be a nice guy, but you should always be kind.
yes,
And kind
that
is also
actually a
firm.
really very good fucking point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never thought about it that way, but that's exactly right. Nice gets you fucked over.
Yes. But kind gets you respected because you can be
Exactly.
kind and respectfully say no.
Yes,
Where
you
it's
can.
like, you know, will you,
can.
sign this petition for there only to be EV vehicles?
No.
Like, no, sorry, I can't do it.
Not
You
doing
know,
that.
you know, like, and when they're like, why? You politely tell them why.
Yeah.
And you know, nice is, oh, sure, I'll go along with the system. Asshole is, fuck you, bitch, blah, 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 you know, type sort of
Kind
thing.
is I'm going to politely say no
Exactly. That's the
and
thing.
carry on with my day.
Yes. So, boys, girls, squirrels,
should be.
and everyone else in the world watching this, be kind to one another. And
Or not.
or not,
Whatever you choose, I guess. This is America.
Hey, be
do what you
kind.
want.
Learn to forgive yourself when you're crashing out and you turn into Aaron the plumber. Fucking
Shit happens.
They want smoke, we give them smoke.
Yeah.
God, fuck, I hate myself.
It's the way it is
It's
sometimes.
just like, stop being a fucking asshole. God damn it.
Well,
It's like,
shit happens.
fuck.
Sometimes you gotta be an asshole, though.
Normally never. It's this fucking horrible gene in me
Yeah, well,
where it's like fucking.
a lot of men have that.
You go to the point where you're like, I shouldn't, but I can, and then you
do.
just fucking feed off of it like
Yep.
this fucked up demon, and you're just fuck you to everyone, your friends, and fucking all this other
Don't
shit.
give a fuck.
And you're
Yeah.
just fucking, you're getting kicked out of a place. Fuck you, suck my dick, eat my fucking ass, like fucking shit. And I'm trying here. I'm fucking trying to be a nice person, kind person, but
Hey, man, that's what America's all about. Land of the free, buddy.
land of the free, home of the go fuck yourself, and we're done. Catch you on the next one.
Yeah.
But be kind.
Something like that.
Be kind.
Say
See ya. Fuckheads.